Do you struggle with being creative? I think I realized that's one of the reasons why I struggle to play and run tabletop RPGs in general is a lot of the creativity is put on the game master and the players. There's a lot of systems that are open and generic. The flavor is kind of implied. The lore and the setting is sort of hinted at. But in actuality, like, the game lacks a creative engine with which to create worlds with. And I think that's one of the places I struggle. I realize this week my Discord community has started a writing challenge, and everyone's kind of keeping each other motivated to create stuff and write things and write novels and stuff. And as I think about writing and creativity and also tabletop RPGs, one of the things I realize is that I struggle with being creative. Like, when I go paint miniatures, I kind of try and paint them to look like the characters.
But we need some road.
You need some roads?
Of course, find your map.
All right, go get me a sock. Go get me a sock. Plans today is to go out to Lex's sister's house for our niece's birthday, bring some presents, mostly board games, and try and keep Riker behaving the whole time, which is going to be a chore unto itself. I have my slave, Landon, over here, learning how to play a new game called Rumblebots. I picked it up, and since Landon is my official game rules reader, anytime he comes over and we got some extra time, I go, learn game, nerd. He's really good at it. You should get yourself one. If you don't have a slave nerd to learn games for you, oh man. I'm heading out to Brea to go to my local game store. I gotta pick up a couple pens to get the eyes on miniatures. I am not good at painting eyes on miniatures. Anyways, on my drive, I've been thinking about the Divine Comedy system and like some of the heavy lifting that it does for me as a game master. There's a lot of stuff that a game master has to do to prepare a campaign, make all the NPCs, the story beats, all that. I went into this campaign with only a few ideas, like maybe 2 main ideas about some antagonists in the area, simple story ideas. But what's kind of come out of it is a whole complex web of characters that are related to my players' characters. Since the lineage system helps my players to build not only their own character, but also their parents and their kids growing up in the town, that means I have like, let me see, 5 players. I have 10 NPCs that were automatically created for me from my players. And the awesome thing is, like, these are characters that are interconnected with my players, so they automatically care about these NPCs. This next coming week, I have a lot of prep work to do. I'm gonna front load all the prep work probably for the rest of the year into this week. There's AI images that I'll make of all the NPCs. There's different maps that I'm gonna create, and I'm gonna flesh out the stuff in the surrounding Hex area. I did well. $9. My cheapest visit to the game store ever. I really appreciated Landon helping me learn that Rumblebots game. I've been sitting in my backlog for a little while. You guys were super eager to come out here. Now you want to get home. What's happening?
He wanted to hear the static on the TV, and I put the static on because I was like curious to see what he was talking about. He's like, "Now make it talk." I was like, "What do you mean?" Like, I want them to actually.
He wants the white
no,
noise.
but I put louder, and he's like, "Now make it talk," and I'm like,
Oh, good, make it louder. Hey, no, we don't tie ropes around our neck, dude. Don't do that. What do you mean you want it to talk?
It's not talking. It wants to talk.
What does it sound like when it talks?
It sounds like a R2-D2.
Like that?
No.
Riker's upset. You're going to hear him crying in the background. He doesn't want to go to sleep. It was a good day. We learned how to play Rumblebots today. Landon did a great job learning the rules, and we got to playing it. It's basically like Hearthstone Battleground, where you're buying minions from the store and then sending them out into combat. It's got a slightly different tweak to the mechanics, but if you understand Hearthstone Battlegrounds, it's pretty much very similar to that, but a real game. Went to my niece's birthday party with Riker and bounced myself on the bounce house to exhaustion. Riker and I had a pretty good time, and then went out to the game store to pick up a couple pens. As I mentioned, it was the cheapest trip to the game store I've probably had in a few months. We also got to use our game table for other people. My ex-wife and her husband came over to play Magic the Gathering with Landon and Bishop while we were gone to the birthday party today. So it was like this game table that we've built was suddenly more useful than just to our family. Since we just finished up our campaign start last night, in my mind I've been running through all the different things I need to do to prepare for the game coming up. So, I'm kind of making a checklist of all the stuff I need to get ready for the game. I'm really happy that the Divine Comedy takes care of a lot of the world building and structure design, because the thing is, I'm not a very creative person. I don't do a very good job coming up with campaign primers and fantasy ideas. Oftentimes the thing I do is take some television show or movie that I've seen and extract ideas from those story elements and try and implant them into our game world, which doesn't really work a lot of the time, or it makes the game kind of disjointed or meta. And so I'm really happy that the Divine Comedy builds a lot of those story structures for me, because when I end up building those structures in a tabletop RPG, I recognize I lack some creativity that probably a lot of you have. I'm sure a bunch of you are writing out your own personal campaign primers and all that. And I'm not, if it were left up to me, I'd probably be doing random encounter type games, and I don't like those, and I recognize my players hate those, so I'm not going to run those. Anyways, this has been a bit of a ramble today, bunch of different things we're doing. I'm going to end it there because I got to go put Riker to sleep. I can hear him crying in the background. All right, God bless you. Have a good day.